Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna talk with you guys about the question whether we should invest in BNB token or BNB coin, the tokens of Binance Exchange, the largest exchange in the cryptocurrency market. As you can see here today, we got the news of the asset manager Binance filed for the first ETF on BNB coin. So if this is a success, meaning SEC approve of this application, then we're gonna have quite a lot of money flowing into this token BNB as well as into the Binance smart chain ecosystem. So the BNB tokens is in the headline, is in the attention now. So the main question is whether we should invest in these tokens. There are actually three factors, three things that we need to consider before we decide to invest in BNB tokens or not to invest. I think the first factor that we need to look at is the Binance Exchange itself, the fundamental or the project behind the token, the BNB token or the digital assets. So in the traditional financial world, we have like stock and bonds being the core assets, and behind each stock or behind each bond, we always have some fundamental, some companies, some projects. The same for cryptocurrency. If the fundamental behind the exchange or the project is strong, then we're gonna have a relatively safe token to invest in and potential gains that we can make. So let's look at Binance now. The main business of Binance is a place where people put their cryptocurrency, store their cryptocurrency there, and trade their cryptocurrencies. The main source of income for Binance as well as for other exchanges in the cryptocurrency world is the trading of the users. So when you user trade, they're gonna pay a fees to the exchange. So the more they trade, the bigger the volume on the exchange, the better the business, the more revenue and the more profit the exchange can make, and subsequently the stronger the asset of that exchange. And you can see now for the last 24 hours the trading volume on Binance is $10.8 billion. Alright, and it ranked first in terms of the volume. Is a exchange with the highest volume in the entire cryptocurrency world, ranking far above the second runners, which only has around $2.3 billion. Okay, so Binance is the biggest exchange in the cryptocurrency market. Alright, even Coinbase, which is also a very popular exchange, only has 1.5 billion US dollars volume over the last 24 hours, far behind 10.8 billion number of Binance. And even in terms of the market share, as you can see, Binance is still very good at defending its market leader positions. Over the second half of last year, Binance still kind of gaining the market shares relative to many other exchanges, which even lose their market share. So as you can see, for the first factor, the fundamental, the project, the exchange, the business behind BNB tokens is good. It's very good. It's the top exchange in the cryptocurrency market, holding a lot of assets, holding a lot of crypto assets for millions, even hundreds of millions of people, and is still very good at defending its market leaders. So BNB, in my opinion, is a relatively safe choice for investing. It's a safe investment relative to other coins in the cryptocurrency world. The second factor that we need to consider is the supply of the token itself. Even if we have a very good projects which perform well, but the supply of token just keep increasing, then the value of each token will be heavily diluted over time, and the price of each tokens or the value of our holdings, if we don't keep on buying more and more tokens, will decrease over time, and it's not good. So in order for a token to be a good investment, it should have a fixed supply, or even better, a declining supply. And the good news is that for BNB tokens, we see that there's actually a program set up by Binance itself called auto burn system, which aims to reduce the supply of BNB coin to 100 million BNB, and the amount of BNB being gradually burned over time is based on the price of the token itself. The lower the BNB price, the more BNB tokens is gonna be burned, and also based on the number of blocks generated on BNB smart chain. Alright, so here's for those who don't know, Binance not only operate the exchange business, the centralized exchange business, it also has a chain of itself called BNB Smart Chain, where people can use a lot of DeFi applications like DEX for exchange or lending borrowings on the DeFi space. It's also generating good value for the BNB tokens, but it's a complex topic, so we just don't go too deep into BNB Smart Chain during the short amount of time for this video. But here you only need to take away one point, is that there is a system in place for the supply of BNB token to keep decreasing all the way until it reach these target numbers of 100 million tokens. Alright. So can we use this information to try to predict the price of BNB? Actually we can't, but please take note that any prediction, especially on the very volatile and very new market like cryptocurrency markets, we only take it as a reference, as a methodology of, as a way of thinking. We shouldn't believe too much in any prediction. Alright, and we always need to be aware of the risk, and to embrace the risk, as well as having methods and system in place to manage the risk. Right, so now I will just share my thinking on the on an attempt to predict the price of BNB token in the future. So right now you see the price of BNB is almost $600 per tokens. Alright, and the supply, the circulating supply, which is equal to the supply as well, because all of the BNB tokens has been released into the circulations, unlike many other tokens, especially of the new projects in the cryptocurrency markets whose tokens is still being released by the projects. BNB is different, like all of the tokens has been released and is in the decreasing phase with the burning mechanism. It's not increasing in supply anymore, but it's decreased in supply. Okay, so the circulating supply is exactly equal to the total supply, and it has been declining from the max supply numbers of 200 million tokens. So at peak we have 200 million BNB tokens, but it decreased over time, and now we only have 145.88 million tokens. Alright, and this number gonna decrease even more all the way until we have only 100 million tokens. Alright, so that's the supply and the market cap. The total value of all the tokens in circulation for BNB coin is around 87.3 billion dollars. So we take this market cap numbers and divide by the number of token on the supply, we got this number of 598.6 dollars per token. That is the price. Okay, so we take the market cap divided by the supply, we got the price per token. Okay, so we can use these ways of thinking to try to predict the price of BNB in the futures. We got the number as of today. Okay, the current market cap 87 billions, the supply and the current price. Okay, so we got a scenario in the futures. We call it the base case, where the market cap stay unchanged. Okay, let's say like the cryptocurrency markets in general like stay the same. Binance still generate around 10 billions of volume per day as of today and still maintaining its market leading positions. Then perhaps like the total value of a BNB token will stay the same, to be 87 billion dollars. And if the supply decrease to reach its final target of only 100 million tokens, then we gotta take these numbers, market cap divided by the supply, we got a price of around $873, an increase of around 46%, a gain of 46% compared to the current price. Alright, that's the base case. But how about the bad case? In the bad case, let's say we have a bear market in the cryptocurrency world, where the market caps of not only BNB but of many other tokens decline. Let's say it declined to around like $30 billion. Then we're gonna have a price of only $300 per token. Okay, still assuming that we have reached the minimum number of tokens for BNB, which is 100 million. Alright, that means we're gonna have a loss of around 50%. However, the good case, like given the current momentums, current trends, long-term trend of BNB is still increasing in market cap over time, like still in an uptrend. Like overall, BNB market cap like still increase in its value over time, not declining but increasing. And we see that like the more time goes by, the more people know about, use and embrace the cryptocurrency markets. So naturally, like as people moving into this space, we're gonna select the top the top exchange, which is Binance. Okay, so there is still like some rationale, some reasons why in the futures we might see the market cap, the total value of BNB tokens increase from the current number of only 87 billion, like to let's say around like 120 billion dollars. Okay, so if it is the case, then the price per tokens for BNB can be $1,200. Okay, which is like a 100% increase from the current price. So that's the way that I think about the futures. Okay, try to quantify the future price of BNB. for all of these cases, I think like the safest bet is the base case, meaning we still can realize a certain a sufficient capital gains on investing in BNB, even like if the market cap in the futures of BNB unchanged, but because of the auto burning mechanism, decreasing supply, we will most likely see an increase in the price per token and an increase in our investment if we choose to invest in this token. But investing is not just about the capital gains or the increase in price of our holdings, but it's also about the income generated from our holdings. Let's see the income that we can generate from holding BNB and not selling um, BNB and take a profit. Okay, if we don't take a profit, then what income we gonna have from just holding? Just now I mentioned about the BNB smart chain. Okay, so in order to maintain the security and the decentralization of these blockchains, uh, people like can stake their BNB and and um, and to secure the network, and in return they're gonna have um, a staking reward. Okay, so now as you can see, like the highest staking reward rate that we can get from staking BNB on BNB smart chains is 2.24%. Okay, not a very big numbers, but take note that this returns is paid in terms of BNB, not in terms of USDT or any other cryptocurrency. You stake BNB, you're gonna have more BNB. Okay, and aside from this, if you choose to hold your BNB on Binance, then you're gonna be eligible for this program called Binance Holders Airdrops, meaning you just try to hold as many BNB tokens as possible and for as long as possible on Binance. Then whenever there is a new good tokens coming out, Binance will airdrop you guys those tokens before listing for other traders to come to trade those new tokens. Okay, so the most recent new tokens being airdropped to BNB holder is STO. Is STO, um, the token of the Stake Stone project. Alright, so to sum up for the question of whether we should invest in BNB tokens, the first factors is the project, the fundamental behind BNB tokens. We see that is the strongest exchange in the cryptocurrency market. Okay, so it's a relatively safe investment choice if we choose to buy BNB token. And the second factor is the supply. We see that like BNB is gonna decrease in the supply, and with the recognitions of the cryptocurrency market, combining with Binance maintaining its leading positions. Okay, then even if like the total value, the market cap of BNB stay unchanged, we can still see an increase in the price of each token. So there is a good chance, a very good chance that we can make profit if we choose to invest in BNB. Okay, but take note that today is May of 2025. In the future, it's like if BNB token price go up and you have to buy at a higher price, then this might not be the case. Okay, so the second factor I think is still favorable for investing in BNB. And the third one is that like on the income of holding BNB itself, not trading, just holding, we still have a certain amount of income, not very much. Like personally, I think like if you are counting uh, all of the factors in all of the kind of income in that you can have like 2 to 3% of return per years on holding BNB. Not a very high numbers by all means, but you still have some income for holding BNB. Okay, especially if you hold a very large number, then 3% can still be meaningful. Okay, so I think like um, looking at cryptocurrency in general, BNB is a relatively safe and and most likely profitable, um, in the future investment. Okay, so if you um, are still new to the cryptocurrency market, then choosing to invest in BNB might not be a bad decision at all. It can actually be an intelligent investment decision. Okay, so thank you guys for watching my video today. Hope to see you guys in future videos, and happy investing, happy trading in the cryptocurrency market.